we'll go ahead and hand it over. Mayor of St. Matthews, Rick Tonini, has a few words to say.
Just a welcome. This is our newly remodeled community center building, and we hope you enjoy it. Just to let everybody know, there are exits all along this wall. Obviously, the door you came in, and this door is an exit. Restrooms are on the left in this room, and out in the hallway, we have restrooms. Just wanted to welcome everybody to St. Matthews Community Center building, and we've now renamed it, but it escapes me right now. Oh.
We get
yeah. It's Rupp Arena. No.
Hello.
It's the Audubon. The Audubon family owned all this property before we acquired it. And during that purchase, we agreed to name a building after that family. There's a city councilman back there, Amy Olson. Stand up, Amy. Say hello. But this meeting is not a St. Matthews meeting. This meeting is strictly a meeting. And Colleen,
don't know what trouble we're having with this microphone, but hopefully it doesn't contain fresh batteries. Test here. I don't think you're on.
Sorry.
No, you're muted. Top button.
Now you can hear me. I've never been accused of not being heard. What a great crowd. Thank you all so much for coming out on this sort of chilly, rainy, I'll just say it, crappy night. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate your interest in your property assessment. So let's get started. Evan, do you have some housekeeping, or did you go over it? Let's go ahead and.
I think we've covered that already. Just remember, hold your questions till the end. There are still a couple empty chairs up front here. If you need one, filter on up and we'll help you locate one.
So we'll go ahead and get started. So why we are here today? We are here to demystify the PVA and to inform you and educate you on your right to appeal your property value if in fact you believe that we've gotten it wrong. So we are directed to establish fair and equitable property. I know I turned it off. I was going to try to do it without it, but I can't. Okay. What do we got going on here? Can't do that. And we're here tonight to help the public better navigate the impact of changing property values, to educate and inform you about the appeal process. The basic role of the PVA is to assess all property in Jefferson County, across the state. There's a PVA in every county, at 100% fair market value. That comes right out of the state of Kentucky Constitution. We do that through doing an annual detailed review of properties for revaluation. We're on a rolling 4-year cycle that we call the quadrennial plan. So although we do a reassessment every year, your property only gets reassessed every 4 years. All areas are reviewed annually for substantial market changes. If there are hot spots or very large spikes going on, or big drops, or inclement weather tragedies, those kinds of things, we review that. The assessments form a basis for all taxes, for the taxes levied by state, city, and other taxing authorities, like the city of St. Matthews. We also see that it's very important to fund public schools, fire departments, and other essential community and basic services. So why are we doing this? When I took office in 2018, it was very important to me to make sure that people had a right, were informed about their right to appeal. And that comes right out of the state statute. But they had never really done anything like this. And so we started this major outreach program about 5 years ago. And as you can see, it's grown. It's very popular, and it's the right thing to do. So that's why we are doing this outreach program. And rising assessments often mean that your neighborhood, your community is improving, and that your equity as an owner is increasing. But potential increases in property values most always lead to an increased tax bill. The real estate market, as we know, has changed very quickly, very rapidly in the last several years. So we've been in a fast market. During COVID, it actually went crazy. And we do our best to get assessed values correct. But as you may or may not know, we do not go inside a home, nor do we want to. So we don't know what's on the inside of your home. So we're asking you to partner with us to help us get your valuation accurate, because we may not know that your bathroom is 50 years old. So tell us, take a photograph of that and appeal your property, and we will adjust your value accordingly if you can substantiate through photographs or other documentation that I'll go into a little bit later. If you could substantiate your opinion of value, we are glad to lower that value for you. Assessment postcards will be mailed on April the 26th at noon. And at noon, our website, jeffersonpva.ky.gov, will open for appeals that noon that day. The new values will be posted, and the appeal tool opens on the website. Property owners, if you believe that your assessment does not accurately reflect 100% of fair market value, what is that? Are there any real estate agents in here? Fair market value is what a buyer would buy, is willing to pay from a willing seller on an open market. It's not a property that is under any kind of duress or foreclosure or familial transactions. We don't count any of that kind of stuff. It has to be a 100% arm's length fair market transaction. You have a right to appeal. It's an essential part of providing fair and equitable assessments. So how do we get those assessments? Our values are based on recent, fair, arm's length sales. So in Kentucky, January 1 is the magic date for property assessment, for value. So every property has to be valued as of January 1. So where do we get the sales to value your property for that year? We have to go back. We have to go in arrears, like the last 18 months or 2 years, to find a sample of sales that will adequately give us an interpretation of what the local market is doing. We do not, let me say this very, very clearly, we do not create the market. We do not create the market. We interpret the market. Your value is taken directly, is derived directly from what is happening in sales activity in your neighborhood. We compare only similar house types. So if you live in a 2-story home, we're not going to compare you to a ranch. If you live in if you own a duplex, we're not going to compare you to a 2-story or a story and a half. We're going to make those like comparisons. And in recent years, we created a house type that we're calling the renovated house type, because things were happening so quickly in our market here in Louisville that it was driving property values up. A lot of investors were coming in, flipping properties, driving the property value up on your street. So what we did was we separated those properties out and we created renovated house types. So in other words, if somebody comes into your neighborhood and buys a house and flips it, renovates it, and puts all the bells and whistles on it, but again, you've got that 50-year-old bathroom, we're going to put that renovated property in that renovated category, and it's not going to be compared to your property. So that's one more fair way that we are trying to achieve fair and equitable property values. In 2015, I'll just say real quick, we went back when our previous PVA was in office. We went back and captured the original platted maps of the neighborhoods in Louisville, and we started comparing platted areas to like platted area to the same plat. So that again, like maybe Norburn Estates, for instance, in St. Matthews, would not be compared to something in Clifton or Crescent Hill. Norburn Estates would be compared to what is on the plat in Norburn Estates. So again, another fair way of providing that equitability. The 2024 reassessment, we're doing approximately 83,000 residential properties. It's a very large reassessment, and we are in what is called MLS areas for our real estate agent. He'll know what that is. MLS areas 2, 3, and 7. So St. Matthews is in area 3, and then as you can see, the neighborhoods in and around area 2, Highlands, Shelby Park, Schnitzelburg, Butchertown, Phoenix Hill, Audubon Park, Germantown, Nulu, area 3, St. Matthews, Clifton, Crescent Hill, Indian Hills, area 7, Hikes Point. I am. Hikes Point, Butyl, east of Bardstown Road, and Fisherville. So those are all areas that are under reassessment in this particular year in this reassessment. We do this annually again, and we're on a rolling quadrennial plan approved through the Department of Revenue. So this is the map, and you can see it's a very large area. The entire property assessment inventory or property inventory in Jefferson County includes about 325,000 parcels of property. So we are doing somewhere close to about a third of the parts of the property inventory. So you can see it stretches all the way out to Fisherville. Residential sales. So this is how we arrived at your property value. In area 2, we used a sample. Anybody here from the Highlands or Germantown or Audubon Park? Okay. So in your sample, there were 1,182 sales that we used in our analysis of the market. And the low side of the sale was 55,000. The high side was 2.5 million. And the median value, $281,750 for area 2. So that's what they do. They put all of this into a mass appraisal system. It comes up with a median value for the area, and then values are adjusted up or down to try and get as close to that median as possible. In area 3, which is the area we're in tonight, there was a sample of 771 sales. The low side, 105,000. High side, 2.54 million, for a little higher median value of 385,000. In area 7, anybody here from area 7, Indian Hills? J-Town. Got ahead of myself. Area 7, we used a sample of 1,901 transfers, sales, with a low side of 106,000, a high side of 1.79 million, and then the median value becoming 290,000 in area 7. As you can see recently, did anybody see this article just this week, or was it last week, that the Courier did an article on zip codes and median values all over the county. And we have found out today that our values are really very in line with what is going on with Greater Louisville Area Realtors and what they're reporting in their sales activity. Okay, commercial property reassessment 2024. There's about 6,900 parcels in same areas, 2, 3, and 7. This includes retail, industrial, multifamily, restaurant, office, entertainment, hospitality, and vacant land. It includes the neighborhoods of New Loop, Bardstown Road, and Highlands Business District, the DuPont Medical Center area, the soccer stadium, the Brownsboro Road Business Corridor, the St. Matthews Business District, the Frankfurt Avenue Business Corridor, Bluegrass Industrial Park, Taylorsville Road Business Corridor, and South Hurstbourne Parkway Corridor. Are there any commercial owners here this evening? Okay, mostly residential. Okay. Oh, you're a commercial. We know you are. Okay, so this is our new and improved assessment notice. This is the postcard we're going to be mailing out on April the 26th, and we'll drop it in the mail. It's 4 color. It's a 5x8 large postcard. Has a picture of your property on the front. If you're receiving the homestead, it will be on the front of that postcard. If you're not receiving the homestead and you're supposed to be receiving the homestead, make sure you contact us right away. And then it's got the little QR code down there that you can use to pull up the characteristics of your property. On the back, you have a right to appeal. All of the information about this, you have a right to appeal program that we're doing, including where we're going to be during the appeal season. We're going to be out in the community, and we'll talk a little more about that. Okay. This is a property card, and these are all held on our website. So if you went into our website, which you will if you're going to appeal, because the appeals are online, it's a very simple, user-friendly process. You're going to go to our website. You're going to see a big orange button that says Online Appeal Tool. You're going to click on that. You're going to do a property search of your property, and you can see it's going to pull up a photograph with all of the characteristics, a lot of the characteristics, not all, but a lot of the characteristics of your property. And then underneath the photograph there, you see some icons, and one says Neighborhood Sales List. That's an important one because that's where all of the sales are stored that we used for your analysis, for the analysis of that area. And so all those sales are in there. You can see the sales that were used to derive your property value. Okay. Let's see. That's what they look like over here where the big red arrow is. Again, jeffersonpva.ky.gov is our website address. The online conference tool becomes available on April the 26th. And because we are not mailing the postcards until April the 26th, I encourage you to go ahead if you want to appeal, because I'm gonna be very honest with you, values are going up. And if you know that your neighborhood has had some pretty pricey sales, I would go ahead and appeal. If you believe that you have a valid case and that you can substantiate it, don't wait to receive that postcard. Go online as soon as it opens. Go ahead, get your documentation and your substantiation evidence ready so that you can move right through that. And April 26th at noon through May 20th at 4 p.m. and at 4 p.m., boom, it closes. I mean, if you try to get on at 4:01, you won't get on. You have to be on between those dates and times. One thing that we do every year is under statute, under state law, there is a very small window of time to appeal your property value. It's only 13 days, which I think is kind of wrong, really. We get special permission every year to add days to that. So instead of the 13-day state law that is the calendar to appeal, we give you 23 days, and we extend it by 10. So we stay open, or we open early, and we stay open through that open inspection for a total of 23 days, adding 10 days to the appeal window. Online self-service is the easiest option for most people at www.jeffersonpva.gov. It's open 24/7 during the appeal window. Website is free of charge. You don't have to pay a dime. It's free during that time. And it's easy on a mobile app. Our website and online conference tool works on tablets, smartphones. You can easily upload photographs into your appeal form. Okay, in-person assistance. If you are not tech savvy, if you feel like you need assistance, if you're kind of intimidated by this process, let us help you. That's what we want to do. We will be available at library branches. Opening day will be at all 3 locations: Jeffersontown Library, the beautiful new St. Matthew's Library, and we'll be over in Mid-City Mall at that library. We'll be there on opening day from noon to 4 p.m. Our staff will be, so there will be staff available at each of those libraries, and they will be more than willing to assist you and help you through that appeal process. On regular weekdays following that, we'll be in the libraries. We'll be in J-Town every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be there from 10 to 4, from April 29th through May 20th. Highland Shelby Park will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in Mid-City Mall from 10 to 4, from April 29th through May 20th. And then St. Matthew's will be available with PVA assistance on Tuesdays and Thursdays, April 30th through May 16th. Yeah, that's right. 10 to 4. And then on that final day of Monday, May 20th, all 3 locations of the libraries will again have PVA staff on hand to assist you. But, as you can see, it is a large appeal, reassessment this year. We expect to have a number of people appeal, and we want you to appeal. We encourage you to appeal if you disagree with us. And I wouldn't wait until the last minute. I would go ahead and get my documentation in order and get prepared and go to a library and have a PVA staffer assist you. We're going to also host 2 evening events this year. We'll be at the St. Matthew's City Hall. Thanks, Rick. On Tuesday, May 7th. From 5 to 7 p.m. And then we'll be at the Jeffersontown City Hall on Tuesday, May 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. If you just absolutely cannot get to a library during the day, there's 2 evening events available. You can also come to the PVA office. We're downtown. We're located in the Glassworks building at 815 West Market on the 4th floor. We'll be open weekdays there, Monday through Friday, during that appeal season window, from 8 to 4 every day. We'll also have 2 Saturday days, May 11th and May 18th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then if you are really if you don't have technology, if you don't have transportation, if you have a disability, if your next door neighbor is a shut-in, please know that we will give you an appointment to do a teleconference, but you have to have a disability, or you have to have lack of technology or lack of transportation. But you can call our office, 574-6224, and one of our staffers will set up an appointment for you by teleconference, and they'll tell you when that is. And then on that day, at that time, they will call you back, and they'll walk you right through your appeal by telephone. So we are obviously doing everything we can to assist you. And we want you to know, we do not want you to feel intimidated by appealing property. It's really easy, very easy. So if you are going to have someone appeal your property for you, we do need an authorized letter stating that they are getting your permission, they have your authorization. Many people use real estate agents or appraisers, or sometimes they use their friend or neighbor because they've been through it before. And you do have to submit a letter of authorization in order to have someone other than the property owner appeal that property. Okay, appeal tips. Okay, listen up. This is how you're going to be successful. This is important. So there's a number of ways that you can substantiate your opinion of value. Photographs are the best. They're the easiest because you can walk through and you can take a photograph of that 50-year-old furnace or that 40-year-old water heater or that leaky basement or that cracked concrete or that siding that's coming off or that roof that is going bad or the windows that need a replacement. Maybe they're original windows, the bathroom that is not remodeled, the original bathroom, the kitchen that is the original kitchen. All of those things can be documented very, very easily in photographs. And if you take them on your phone, they're very easy to upload right into your appeal document. We also allow professional estimates. So if you know someone that is a professional contractor or construction person, they have to be a bona fide company. Have them come over, walk through your house, do a punch list, price it out, and use that professional estimate of repairs for your documentation to substantiate. An insurance policy. So most insurance policies are minus the land value. So you'd have to add the land in, but you can use your homeowner's insurance policy. An appraisal, always great to have an appraisal. It has to be within 2 years. So it has to be current. Can't go beyond being 2 years old because the market changes that quickly, as we all know. And then the sales comparison worksheet is a worksheet we provide on our website. And know this, that if you choose to use a sales comparison approach to value, we do not accept any adverse transfers. We don't accept foreclosures, short sales, familial transfers, those kinds of things. It has to be that arm's length transaction that took place. So we won't accept anything less than that. So there's the updated, easy-to-use online conference portal. Click, there's that big orange button I was talking about, Start Online Conference. Make sure that before you click that you have all your ducks in a row, okay? And make sure you've got your documentation, you've got your photographs on your phone, you've got your insurance policy, you've got whatever it is you're going to use to substantiate your value. Make sure you've got it all lined up. Oh, I always get out of the box. Been doing it all my life. That's part of growing up the only girl in my family. So there's the online conference tool right there, the big orange button. And then over here is where you're going to do that search. search for your address. Make sure if you own multiple properties that you're bringing up the correct address, and then it's going to bring up that property card that we talked about. And so it tells you there, don't use any dashes or anything like that. And less is more when you are putting in the address. So you don't even have to put in the entire street. So in other words, if you were going to do Chenoweth, you could do, 420 Chen, C-H-E-N, and it would pop up Chenoweth. Okay, homestead exemption. How many people in here tonight have the homestead exemption? Look at that. Yay, good for you. It's definitely worth it, and it's the only benefit to getting old. When I turned 65, I was like, where's that application? And this year, it is, it's okay. Oh. This thing's giving me trouble tonight. Didn't have any problems last time. So you have to be 65 years or older, or declared 100% disabled. And this year it's 46,350. So for easy math, if you own a property that is 200,000, 246,350, the homestead value is going to come off that, and you're going to pay taxes on the lesser amount of 200,000. And this year it saves you close to $600 on your tax bill. It's well worth the savings. And if you're here tonight and you're 65, maybe you're getting ready to turn 65. Let us go ahead and get you applied for. You don't have to wait. You only apply. You can go ahead and apply in the year. If you turn 65 on December 31st, you can apply earlier on January 1. So it's in the year that you turn 65, we'll get you taken care of. Only one exemption per household. You must own and occupy the property as of January 1, because a lot of people ask that question, like, I have the homestead, and but they didn't buy the property until March the 5th, and so they don't get it until the next year. And so it's always as of January 1. It's to me, it's kind of unfair, but that's the way the state law reads. So we have a new online portal that you can go right to our website, fill out the application, submit a copy of your driver's license, submit all that through our online portal, and you'll get approved right away and get a letter. Very easy on mobile devices. So that's the homestead exemption, and we're through with our part of it.